What is up, everybody? Brian Paz here, back again with another video. This time to check out Ecclesiastical Chant University, Tbilisi, Georgia. I think that's where it is. And this video is brought to you by Douglas S., who was kind enough to donate to my PayPal with a message, which said, "For the wonderful imperfect exam, the Georgian Polyphonic video." So this is a video where I guess they're singing polyphonic. So this is going to be interesting to check out. I wonder if there's going to be any instruments. I don't know, but let's check this out. And before I get into the video quickly, if you want me to get to a song quicker than the long list that I have to go through, feel free to donate to my Cash App, Venmo or PayPal with a message as well. And if you want to follow me on my social media on Instagram and TikTok, bry.paz. All right, so let's get to this music. Interesting, so it's Middle Eastern. So, okay, it looks like it's gonna be a cappella. So that means it's not gonna be any instruments besides the voice. Let's see. So far, it sounds pretty Arabic, but on the style, like that type of Arabic stuff, that like the Middle Eastern type of music that I hear. So let's check this out. Ooh. Wow, look how long they're holding that note under the main melody. They're just holding that D. It's D, I think. Or it's kind of changing. No, it's not D. It's kind of like going up to, I don't know. I think it kind of went up in pitch, if I'm correct. I don't know. I can't tell. I want to listen to it through. I don't want to go back right now. But they're just holding that note. They're holding it so long. But they have various people who are probably cycling in to keep that note, that drone kind of going. And then I like how they were going through the, they were doing something like that. Right? I just like the way they were doing the sus type of chords. Ooh. Look how effortless that looks. this is tough to do. To kind of hold the pitch. I mean, I have a lot of trouble trying to do that. Trying to do the oh, it's tough to hold it and just keep the pitch consistent. That's really tough to do. So, first of all, I don't know what they're saying at all. There's no closed captions, so I can't put no captions. But so far, it's pretty cool to see, especially when it's like a cappella, because it's tough to like stay center on the pitch without like having a decent ear. You got to have some good ears to really stay on pitch. Like you don't need to have perfect pitch or anything, but you need to at least have enough sense of an ear to know if you're starting to waver from where you were. And so there's only like 3 voices going on here. It's polyphonic. It's just the right. So it's only like this one note that they're holding down there. Oh, not that low. They're holding oh, right. So it's actually higher. Oh, so just holding that note. Oh, and then they're singing around that. Anyway, let's continue. All right, so now the audience is clapping. Are they going to continue? No, they don't continue. I think they walk off. Yeah, they walk off and then they come back. Wow. So it's tough to keep those notes. Let's go back for a sec, because I think they kind of wavered at one point, because I thought they were singing one note and then they kind of then I was off. So I just want to make sure if my ears are working. Sit over here. So they're like an F sharp, but they're not that low. Why do I keep playing this note? That's oh. So they right. So that's the F above middle C, I think. Actually, hold on. I can actually verify this myself. Hold on, watch. So I have something here that tells me the note that I'm singing right here. So this is B flat. Of course, it's tough to maintain the note. It'll like waver, right? So I think they were singing F sharp. Right? So that's F sharp 3. There's F sharp number 3 there. Right? And then the other one singing a B on top. I gotta practice with this a little more. This is tough though to keep the note. Let's see. And then one is singing a C sharp. Right? So there was a part where they were singing. So it's so it's those three notes, right? F sharp, C sharp, and B. So right here's where I started to kind of notice they kind of went off, and I got confused when I went for the note on my guitar. I was like, wait a minute, what? Let's see. So is that D? So I guess it's not D. Let me see. So if I sing it with this, I'm kind of in between. That's D. And C flat. It's hard to keep it on the green, by the way. That is tough. I don't know if humans can actually do that. I'm gonna need to check with like other singers, but to keep it within the green, the pitch like that, to maintain that and hold it for long periods of time is really, really tough. So that's, I think, C. They're kind of in between now, in between pitches. Oh, see, I'm kind of wavering in between E flat and D. That's why that's what really confused me, because they were kind of in between. So I was like, that sounds like D. It's kind of like colors when like you see a color like blue green. That's kind of what the effect is on me. So like it's in between this and this. There's nothing in between these two right here, 1 and 2. So it's kind of weird. So anyway, so they were kind of off there, but whatever, right? You'll live. It's not. Did anybody die? No. So let's. But let me go back. So F sharp. So I think they're going to G. Right? It's kind of flat. Yeah. Right? So they're there. But then as it progresses, so what happened was they slowly went up in pitch. The pitch didn't change this entire time as it went through. It didn't. I mean, not the pitch didn't change. They didn't clearly switch notes. This is something that's actually a common issue in a cappella. When it comes to a cappella music, it's hard to stay on key. You can change notes relative to what you're singing, but it's hard to stay in the same key when you don't have the instruments to ground you. So that's a tough part. So that's what happened over here. I'm gonna play it through so you can see. So I'm gonna start here. So they're kind of singing this. They're a little sharp, right? They're already starting to sneak up. But that's too high. They're up now. It fits. So you see? So when they started, See? See, it's off. So this is just a common thing that happens with a cappella. When people sing a cappella, it's hard to stay in key. If someone sings an a cappella and stays in key, they have a really, really good ear. So that was just it's crazy because it's if you don't really pay attention, it sneaks up on you and you don't notice until you go to your instrument to check. Which is what happened with me, which is why I got confused earlier. I was like, wait, huh? Like, how did I hear that wrong? Like, what the heck happened? And this happened, I remember this happened to me when I was in high school. We had a voice class where we were like practicing solfege and stuff, and we're singing like do re mi fa sol la ti do do da 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 da. So we're singing something, and I would notice that like by the end of the thing that we're doing, I was like, we're in a different key. What happened? Because we weren't using the instruments to ground you. That's a common thing that happens with people that do a cappella. That's why it's good to for some stuff. If somebody is just singing a cappella stuff, if you want to add instruments to it, you're gonna have to like take their voice, and you're gonna have to auto tune basically. If you have to add instruments. But anyway, this is like a side type of thing that I don't know if people really talk so much about this, or really I haven't really seen people really bring this up so much with a cappella stuff. But that it's a big issue when it comes to a cappella music. And that's what happened. I was wondering if they had a harmonica and like gave the pitch or whatever. Actually, if they were like, before they started singing, if they were like, oh, like if they did that, right? But I didn't see no harmonica or any tuning type of thing there for them to do. But anyway, yeah, this is great. I just like that how they're able to keep the note. Like if I'm trying to do that, it's just to show you that people are human. It's tough. Like for example, if I'm gonna hold the D note, see, I already went off. My voice kind of hiccuped right there. It's tough to do that when you're holding a note. It is hard to do that, to keep it still and to really focus the voice. But they did great. I like how, because they mostly stayed on pitch. Let's go towards the end. Yeah, see? They ended in tune. They ended in key. So they weren't off, like they weren't like so they weren't off. They even though they kind of like fluctuated at some points, especially when they're holding that one note. They're holding in between D and E flat. But they were kind of like they're kind of like in between and slowly like snuck up in pitch. It's hard to hold a note and keep it in pitch. It's very hard. Maybe with this guide, if you had somebody holding this up and just going they can kind of stay on track. But otherwise, it's just very, very tough to do. Very tough. But anyway, so it's a nice track. I like how they're able to harmonize and kind of both mostly maintain it. That's impressive, first of all. I like how they have two microphones there. That's interesting. They have one like in between the two main singers, and they have one like on the top right. But yeah, no, it came out well. It sounded good. I don't know what they were really singing about. They were mostly talking about. I mean, I like the way they were kind of doing the different vocal tones. So they were doing the sus notes. I like the way they were doing the sus notes. I just like the way they were kind of doing that and holding the notes and doing the harmonies. I've kind of tried to do stuff like this before, where I would do like and then do another note like above. It's hard to hold notes and keep them in pitch. This is not easy. This takes a lot of practice. And I've experimented a lot with vocals, and I've tried a lot of stuff. I am still a long way from really sounding anywhere on a level where I can truly say like I'm a vocalist. It's so difficult. And it's stuff that you can't really see what you're doing. You just have to experiment a lot and just be willing to look like a fool, because if you sound bad, you're just going to look like a fool to other people, and you can't let that discourage you. So anyway, thanks again, Douglas, for this video. It's pretty cool to see them doing this type of polyphony, and I like the way they're able to kind of keep it centered in pitch. They started off, let's go back again. So he's in C sharp, I think. Yeah. So he starts in C sharp. And then they ended in key. So they started in key and they ended in key. That's not easy to do. So it's pretty great. I think they started off in the F sharp. Yeah, they start off in the F sharp and then they ended in F sharp. Oh no, they ended in B flat. Never mind. But anyway, they were still in key, like on the piano. If you went to the piano and hit the chord, you'd be on key. So I saw that Douglas gave me additional information on the video. He told me this is a more recent version of the song, that it's a college graduation, a finals performance. He's not sure if it was being graded or to show what they learned, but to take note of the guy on 426 on the right, I think. Let's see, at 426, you kind of see his face expression kind of change. Yeah, he kind of goes like, but it happens. It happens. And at the end where he shakes his head. Yeah, look, he shook his head. He kind of like did that and he's just like, it happens. It happens. That's just part of performing. You're not always going to get it right dead on, Yeah, and it's worse when you do it, like he said, you do perfect in rehearsal, then live, often it doesn't quite go the same. And that happens. It's happened to me where I'm doing something and I do it great when I'm rehearsing, and then when I'm at the performance, then it like doesn't come out the same. And that's because you're in a different environment. You got the audience and the energy of everything kind of going on, and you were probably doing other stuff. When in rehearsals, you're more isolated. Like you can stop and isolate a thing and kind of just do it more over and over. You're more relaxed. You're in a different state of mind, different state of relaxation, so things come out a little different. This is why people like Dimash are incredible with the vocals and all of that, and just hitting those really high notes and hitting all those notes accurately when he is in all those environments. Because it's one thing to do it at home. I've mentioned this. It's one thing to do it when you're just in the comfort of your rehearsal space or at home or wherever you are and just working on it. It's another thing to be there in the moment with all the adrenaline and all the crazy stuff. You have to be able to kind of tune out all the craziness and be able to maintain your center so you can still deliver with your performance. That's not easy. And Douglas also mentioned the lyrics are basically a specific person in olden days wanting personal justice. And this is one of the most well-known Georgian songs. That's interesting. I've never been to Georgia. He said a version of it was sent into space on the golden record of Earth sounds. Wow, so this song is really significant. And in case intelligent beings find it sometime in the future and can figure out how to play it. You never know, right? And then he tells me what the lyrics are. Let's make a promise in Kidi Stavi, which is a village. Let's become brothers to attack Mukran Batoni, which is a wealthy princely house and power, I guess. And to destroy the roof of his house in servitude of Mukram Batoni, a wealthy princely house and power. I cannot even fill Goldori, which is a basket, with flour. I cannot grow calf. I cannot mash the wheat. On sword forged in Kev Suristi, a Tushetian, a person from a mountainous region. Painted you in Tel Aviv, a city. King Heraclius. Heraclius, king. That's interesting. That sounds like Heracles, which is Hercules. Some of you know him as Hercules, the strong demigod, son of Zeus. He drew a cross upon you before the battle. Come, enemy, oppress me. I won't cry. Crying is only for women. Oh my goodness. I have been in such a difficult situation many times. Those are lyrics. Those are not my opinion. But I never complained. Let me sharpen my sword. I will fight you with my sword and rifle that throws sparks. I will pay you back. It's another example of why songs are better when you just enjoy the music. The sounds and not the meaning. Yeah, I mean, you know, people have their views, and views over time historically change, and we're always going through changes, and there's always the status quo in society. So once again, thanks for your donation, Douglas, and for this interesting topic and interesting choice of song. Wow, though, this is a significant song. The world is big. I'm in America, so I've never heard this song. Or maybe I have maybe someone's played it in the background somewhere in a deli. Because sometimes I go into delis and I hear them playing some stuff, some tunes. But that sounds similar to this. But, wow. It's a big, big world out there. And I've never been to Georgia. I don't really know much about the Georgian people in general. So, wow. What a culture. But this is... It's like I like the tune, how it's a cappella. You don't really need the instrument; you just have your voice, and yeah, I just like the way the melody and the chords and the way it sounds kind of Westernish. I don't know if this is an arrangement or if these are the notes of the song, or if the songs are like have different tunes and different melodies and different lyrics, because the arrangement of the chords were kind of pretty Western. I don't know when this was written, but it was pretty Western with the chords, with the like you have the and then you have the or whatever. I'm not singing in tune right now, but like it sounded pretty Western. The chords were pretty Western with the sus chords and stuff. But yeah, so this was pretty cool. This was pretty cool. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed breaking it down, checking it out. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to give this video a like. If there's any other artists you want me to check out, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And I'll be sure to add it to my list and get to it eventually. Right now, there's some videos that I have to add closed captions to, and YouTube used to automatically do it, but for some reason now, like, they're not adding it, so I have to now add it myself. So that's extra hours now that I have to spend adding the captions and just kind of transcribing my videos. So that's crazy. But it's something that I just have to do because I have people who don't speak English who want to watch the videos. So anyway, once again, thanks for checking this video out, and I'll see you all next time.